Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's edition of the Pelly and Ill-Informed podcast, where we venture our petty and ill-informed opinions about a variety of topics. Joining me is Nikki. Tom swears he'll be back next week.
No, he won't.
Yeah, I'm starting to lose faith in him.
That's all right. We do miss Tom, though.
You, Tonight we're back on the old dark tide. Me and Nikki were able to get an hour in, so I recorded it. Starts with this interesting mission where everything went right.
Yeah.
Which
And then everything, goes horribly wrong.
we only
later.
lost once.
That's true, but there was one where I died like 50 times. It's because I would get lifted up and then the person would run off, and then all of a sudden new shit would spawn on me like almost immediately.
Yeah, it was. I remember that mission. That sucked.
Yeah, that
That
was
was a
not fun.
train mission.
Yeah.
So in chat we got Fred, we got A Space NG, we got Gabby. Nice to see you all. To see you, nice. Nikki, do you have any interesting stories from the week?
Do I have interesting stories from the week?
No.
I don't think so, man. I just worked. Did I tell you
Yeah,
any interesting stories from my week?
yeah. All your stories are interesting.
Oh, thanks. I don't remember any of them.
You had gossip at work. Usually when you get off work, there's like a drive home, and it's just usually mostly ranting.
Yeah. And it's funny because like I can't tell you anything I did this week except for, obviously I scrubbed. I don't remember anything that happened. Once it comes the weekend, it's like clean slate.
Now, Tom's not in Seattle, Fred. Tom's down south out. He's in London-ish. I'm not going to dox him, even though he doxes himself, but he's down
Like
south.
every show. Yeah. Every single show.
I
Love him
remember
to
that
death.
time he said the exact name of the town he lives in. I was like, Tom, shut up.
Shut up. Every time he's just, one day is going to be like, and my address, blah, blah, blah.
And my kid's name.
Everybody that listens knows his kids' names. He's doxed his own children so many times.
Yeah, but we love him. We just ran
We do.
past a medical center there, and this is like the first mission we've been on this difficulty when no one's needed to use that medical station. Everything just went so right. It was a good group, though, to be fair. No one was running off and doing their own thing. We were all staying in a group. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
It was a really good one. And then I was like, are we getting better? And then immediately the next game.
mission, we were like, no, we're not getting better. We just got carried.
I mean, some
Okay,
people are
so I've had trouble locating weird news stories.
okay.
So I had a thought.
Hmm.
There is another place on the internet you can get weird stories from.
Okay. Are you Reddit?
Yeah, Reddit. So I went to the Am I the Asshole thread on Reddit,
Okay.
and I figured I'll read some out and we can vote whether or not they're assholes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Slow news time.
Slow news time. Well, if we give it a couple of weeks, they'll build up with news stories. So if I just find something else to talk about,
Love it.
do, do the bare minimum as a podcast host.
Let's do it. I love Am I the Asshole?
Okay, then. So, am I the asshole for telling my daughter she doesn't have the right to mourn or go to her ex-friend's funeral after what she did? Okay, interesting.
Continue.
So I'm going to go with yes, you're the asshole, just based on the title, but that may change depending on what the
Yeah,
article
that's why I
says.
was like, continue.
Okay, so when my daughter was in school, she became friends with a girl named Kelly. They stayed close through college, and my daughter was even one of Kelly's bridesmaids when she got married. To explain where my daughter's behavior came from, my ex husband cheated on me repeatedly, and our marriage ended horribly. My daughter doesn't speak to her father anymore, and she absolutely despises cheating. About 7 years ago, my daughter became convinced that Kelly was cheating on her husband. She started harassing Kelly online and essentially blew up her life. Okay. Well, by the time my daughter found out the man she had seen Kelly with was actually a relative, it was too late. Kelly's marriage had already fallen apart, and because we live in a very religious community, she was ostracized by many people. They had a huge falling out, and it basically came down to my daughter ruining Kelly's life. Kelly
Yeah.
blocked her on everything and moved away. Kelly hated my daughter after that, and so did her mother. I still run into Kelly's mother occasionally, and she has made my feelings about my daughter very clear. The issue is that Kelly recently passed away. My daughter found out through a Facebook post, and the funeral is this weekend 2 states away. My daughter was planning to attend the funeral, and I told her I thought it was a terrible idea. She said she needed to go, and I told her again that she shouldn't. We got into an argument, and she said she had every right to mourn her friend and attend the funeral. I told her that she really didn't have the right to mourn Kelly or go to the funeral because Kelly hated her after everything that happened and because my daughter had destroyed her life. She hasn't spoken to me since. Now, if I should warn Now I wonder if I should warn Kelly's family that my daughter might show up at the funeral. Or that might I be in the wrong here? Am I the asshole? No, but your
Nope.
daughter definitely is an asshole.
Yeah, the daughter's definitely an asshole. And I would have told my daughter the same thing, but I would have been different. Like, listen, her mom's going to be there. Her family is going to be there. They know what you did. This is, I understand you miss your friend or you're feeling nostalgic, but they don't want you there. Let them mourn in peace.
Yeah. Plus, also how she passed might have been the daughter's fault. I mean, it doesn't say how she died.
Yeah. She just said that her daughter had ruined her life. No, I'm with mom on this. I sometimes telling the truth can be considered being an asshole, but I don't think she was in the wrong to tell her daughter to stay away.
I think the daughter's a piece of work, though.
Oh yeah. Oh
What
yeah,
the
absolutely.
Why would you even want to go to the funeral after destroying this girl's life?
Right.
I mean, it's not like she cheated on you. Well, it's not your business. Although, well, I mean, like, I get why it's triggering, but it's not your business.
Right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
she just needed to mind her business.
you tell the husband if you got proof, and that's it. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah,
You don't take your daddy issues out on your friends.
that is right.
Yeah, so yeah,
100%. Yeah. I don't think the mom was asshole. Daughter definitely was.
yeah, 100%. Gabby was saying that the mum should mind her business, but now she said the mum's brought me around. No one else has said anything. So I guess we have to go with our consensus, which is the mum's not an asshole.
Nah, but the daughter is
But the daughter's definitely an asshole.
for sure.
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's very rare, to be fair to Reddit, that I read an "Am I the asshole" thread where I'm like, okay, you're an asshole. Like, the most I usually go is kind of the asshole, kind of not.
Really?
I remember, yeah, I've never read one that I was like 100% convinced the writer was
Oh,
an
I have.
asshole.
I've heard several where I was like, what a dick. What? Why would you post this?
See, I'm unlucky. I've never read one like that.
Oh, Nuclear
I read
Revenge is also really fun.
the best one I ever read was this dude that was had an Impala, a Chevy Impala, like from Supernatural,
Hmm.
and he was what's the word for when you're putting it back to making it refurbishing it? No,
Yeah, remodeling it or not remodeling
re
it.
no, it was like he'd got the chassis
Yeah,
and he was
rebuilding it essentially.
rebuilding it. There we go. That's the word. He was rebuilding an Impala. And his girlfriend, while he was away, had sold the car to scrap dealers because she wanted the space in his garage.
Yeah,
And he wanted to
restoring.
know
Thank
if,
you.
thank you, Gabby. Yes, restoring. And he wanted to know if he was the asshole for reporting it to the police. And I was like, no.
No, I would lose I would lose my mind. I'm not a
He got the
super
car
violent
back.
person. Oh yeah, I would get the damn car back. I would lose it.
No, he did. He posted several updates, and he got the car back. The scrap dealer she sold it to, as soon as they found out the police were looking at it, were trying to hide it when the police raided them,
Mm.
but he got it back. Did he report the potential murder? No, he didn't kill her, but he did press charges on her for theft. Grand
Would have
Theft
beaten her
Auto.
ass. Would have beaten her ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Okay, so next story. That's the same story. Am I the asshole for asking my fiance why she needed to go out so soon? My fiance and I, both 24, have been together for nearly 4 years. We have had our first baby almost 4 weeks ago. For starters, I am not controlling in any way, shape, or form. I never put my input on her pregnancy choices. I never pushed her to do things. She literally had a glass of wine her last few weeks pregnant, and even though it concerned me, she reassured me it was safe, so I never spoke on it. All week, shit, I don't know. That first paragraph is like a massive red flag to me. I just,
I
I'm
swear I'm
so
not controlling.
I'm so cynical that when someone's like, "Oh, I don't do this stuff," I automatically think they do it.
Yeah, me too.
That's how jaded and cynical I am. All week, she has been talking about wanting to go out this weekend and has been talking about how ready she is. I work all week, 12-hour shifts. I'm only off Saturdays and Sundays, in which I have done my part with our child and the house. The thing is, though, she wanted me to go up, get off work, and instantly take over so she could go out to the club. She also told me she wanted to get drunk, so I would have to pick her up. I reminded her how we have a newborn and I don't want him to wake up in the middle of the night, and she said how he would probably be awake anyway. I began questioning her on why she had to go out so soon. Shouldn't she let her body heal and relax? Okay, first of all, I'm just going to interject here. Well, obviously, I've never been pregnant myself. I have been around a lot of pregnant women, and they went stir crazy towards the end of their pregnancy because they were literally stuck at their house trying, to give birth. In one case, there was like one of my friends was like 3 week overdue and was seriously considering a cesarean. So
Yeah.
on that part, I'm like, yeah, she probably just wants to go out.
Yeah.
I even suggested us having a few drinks at home together or her friends coming over here and going swimming and drinking. She said no, she wanted to go out and she's a mum every day. I stuck on suggesting that it was a little soon and she knew how tired I'd be, that I didn't think it was a good plan. She got upset, said I was being controlling about this, and ended up deciding to go out tonight instead of last night. But it's irritated all day and told me her friends were annoyed to switch plans. I still suggested today that I really thought it wasn't a good idea and it caused a huge argument. She told me that this is what dads do, and I have to do this even though I get tired, and how she deserves to have a night to herself. Since she did
Hmm.
all the heavy lifting this past year, she ended up leaving to her friends early and hasn't responded to my text. Am I the asshole? You're not an asshole for being concerned, but I think she knows her body better than you.
Yeah. And you're right. Like, she might just be like done. Like, she just needs to get out of the house and have a
Yeah.
good time with the girls. That very well could be it. It
I don't,
it doesn't have to be like, her going and doing wild stuff. She asked him to pick her up, so he knows she's not being irresponsible. I don't know what the problem would be.
I, I
Is
just,
it
I don't think like there's any assholes in that situation unless like he's not telling the whole truth, which again,
right?
but I don't, I don't think he's an asshole for being concerned. But like I said, yeah, I've known pregnant women. I've never been through it myself, obviously, but I do know from dealing, being friends with them, that what it's like towards the end of their pregnancy when they literally just want to take a piece of glass and cut the baby out themselves. And
Right.
probably just stir crazy, wants a bit of time to herself, which, can't begrudge her from that. And if
That's
you're willing to do it for her, then she's going to do it for you, mate. You can go out fishing with your friends or something.
right. And if she's not, then that's where the problem, you
Yeah,
know,
that's
comes in. But otherwise, yeah, I don't see what the issue is.
I don't see what the issue is either. But again, I don't think there really eh, is anyone in the wrong in that situation.
Right.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I've never read one when I'm like, this guy's an asshole. So, next one. Am I the asshole for offering a frozen dinner to an uninvited guest at a dinner party? No. No. Do we really need to read the story? No. They're lucky they're getting anything at all if they just showed up again. Who shows
Right.
up at someone's house? It's
I
like,
mean,
oh,
if one
can
of
I
the
have
other
dinner?
guests invited them, then I'd probably feel bad because it's the other guest's fault.
Right. Okay, let's read the story. You're right. There could be nuances. I might be jumping to conclusions. Let's read
Mhm.
the story. A couple of times a year, I like to throw a nice dinner party for old friends. This time, I invited 5 people. 2 were couples and 1 was single. We have all each known each other for around 15 years and get together maybe every 3 months. I was making filet mignon and a small lobster tail with 2 sides. I spent over $300 and didn't buy extra because they are served one each per guest and are expensive. Yeah, that's fair enough. As a surprise to me, the single guest brought along his new girlfriend, who I had not met or known about. I was nice about it, but upset because I'd only purchased enough meat and lobster for the guests who were invited. I talked to the friend who brought the invited guests and said I didn't have extra food, and the filet mignon and lobster tail isn't something that can be cut up and divided and spread out between more people. And I said that I had frozen pizza or another frozen dinner I could heat up. He was very upset with me and accused me of not liking his new girlfriend and trying to embarrass them. After his outburst, they left. Was I wrong? Should I have cut up the filet and lobster tails and spread it out between extra person instead of offering a frozen meal? Uh, Edit. I didn't think of them splitting their plates at the time. I have ADHD, So I have some issues with changes in plans and multitasking. Anyway, another friend messaged tonight and said the friend that brought the uninvited girlfriend had been arguing with before the dinner. So that was the part of the reason he was upset and quick to leave. Am I the asshole? Again, no.
Mm-mm.
No.
I would have
Someone,
found I would have found a different I probably would have found a way to split the food in some way just because that's not her fucking fault. And that's got to be embarrassing for her. And then me and
yeah,
my friend would have a problem after.
right. Yeah, I mean, you just got to do what you got to do on the night. And, yeah, you just do what you got to do with the food you have available. And then afterwards, you can take him aside and be like, look, mate, I fed her, but you and me, we're fighting right now.
Right. Because I mean, yeah, that would be me. I would be like, okay, we're having a conversation about this.
Yeah.
Like, you know that this is something that I do. Um, you know, it's expensive. It's inconsiderate, honestly.
Well, I mean, like, filet and fucking lobster tails, that's an expensive meal.
Yeah.
You got to have some warning.
Right. They probably even were talking about what they were cooking. I mean, they were probably excited, so everybody knew it was going to be, good, expensive, food.
Gabby, you know as much as we know. I read the whole story out. All right. So I kind of like this. Yeah, I mean, there's another solution, a buffet. You could have just cut it up into like hors d'oeuvres or something. But I don't see why you'd need to do that. Like, it's a dinner party with a set menu with a set number of guests. If you bring someone extra, you're gonna have to assume that you're gonna either get less or they're gonna get something completely different to what you're eating. If
Yeah.
they get fed at all, because again, why would you bring a no, not the asshole. Final decision. Right. So I kind of like these "Am I the Asshole" stories. Definitely going to do this. Oh, AI Lovecraft in the chat.
Hey.
Go over and subscribe to his channel, give a like and comment on his videos, and tell him Richard sent you. He loves that. He messages me all the time. And then, okay, so am I the asshole for not defending my wife when my sister called her fat? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm willing to read the whole story, mate, but just on that sentence, yes. Okay, so my sister, 27 female. Don't know why you felt the need to say female for your sister, but okay. Was visiting my wife, 32 female. Again, you said, and me, 33 male. See, of those three, you were the only one that needed to be identified gender wise. An important thing to note about my sister is that she has a child, 5M. Why are you gendering? Okay, I'm getting distracted. With her now ex boyfriend. When my sister found out she was pregnant, she told her then boyfriend that she was pregnant. He wanted to marry her in a shotgun wedding of sorts, but my sister said no. The only information she offered up was that there was no way they would be compatible in the long term, and I don't think it's any of my business to probe or question her about it. No, you're right. Soonly after. Soonly. Okay, I'm not a grammar Nazi, but that annoys me. That is not a word. You mean shortly. Shortly after, my sister and her boyfriend broke up, but they established a healthy co parenting relationship and both now have 50-50 custody with stable, well paying jobs and live close by to each other. My wife strongly thinks that my sister should have gotten married. Okay. And hates that my sister refers to her ex-boyfriend as her baby daddy. What else is she supposed to call him? I don't think my sister really cares that she has a child out of wedlock, but every time my wife meets my sister, she brings up the fact that she should try to get her boyfriend back and ask him to propose again and ask why she does not want to marry him, especially since my sister has been single these past 5 years. It has gotten to the point that she has told me privately that she is fed up with this and has asked me to speak with my wife about this, which I have. The other day, my sister visited my wife at my house. Oh, okay. Gabby just messaged me. Apparently, soonly is a word.
Wow.
Is that
I
like
hate it.
is that Urban Dictionary words though? Like, or is it actually a word? The other day, my sister visited my wife and I at our house. We were having a normal conversation, and my sister was talking about her son entering kindergarten and all the ways she was preparing him. The combo seemed pretty mundane until my wife once again brought up that my sister should try to get married at the courthouse with her ex boyfriend, and that other parents would view her as immature and would think her child as illegitimate. Okay, no. You should be you should be having a word with your wife at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm less. If she didn't, but before I could even jump in and say anything to diffuse the situation, my sister was raging and said my wife would worry about her own fat ass and start losing £100 before worrying about her child, and that a ring can't hide her triple chin, and to worry less about her going to the courthouse and more about the gym. Gotta say, I'm on the sister's side right now.
Right. Go, sister.
My wife has always been on the bigger side, and I absolutely love and adore her, but it's one of her biggest insecurities. She ended up sobbing while my sister grabbed her things and left. The whole argument took about 2 minutes, and I froze up and didn't really know what to do. After my sister left, my wife asked why I didn't say anything to defend her to my sister. I was honest and said I thought that she was wrong for calling my sister immature and the child
Mm-hmm.
illegitimate. While I
Mm-hmm.
acknowledged it was wrong for my sister to make comments that she did, I don't think they were completely unprovoked. My wife has now given me the silent treatment, so am I the asshole?
Nope.
No.
Nope. Not at all. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest. I'm one of those people that is when pressed something I would totally do to somebody else.
I feel like, unless we're missing a huge amount of context there, then the wife brought it on herself. And it was just
Yeah.
like so much pent up frustration that the sister was feeling.
Yeah, she was. I mean, I hate to say it, she was asking for it.
Look at what she was wearing.
She had that Karen haircut.
She had the Karen haircut. She's a woman. You don't need any context.
Yeah, yeah. I don't feel like they were the asshole at all.
No. No. I feel like that the sister was in the right, and you should have said something before it got to that point. Honestly.
Yeah, like
I mean,
you should have like kind of given your wife the signal to I don't know, shut the hell up.
just been like, listen, babe, love, respect you and everything, but you got to stop bragging on my sister.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think he's the asshole at all.
No. Oh, I thought of something before the next story. Bloody trapper got me. I hate those things. We watched the new episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds today. It
Mhm.
continues to be my second favorite series of modern Star Trek, as it's it was a really good episode.
Yeah. I would say that it's probably my second favorite as well. I really love Pike as a captain.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Lower Decks, I'd say it was the best. But Lower Decks exists, so
Lower Decks is really great. I'm glad that you introduced me to it.
and the crossover episode they did with Strange New Worlds is basically my favorite episode of
Yeah,
modern Star Trek. I
I have
mean,
watched it multiple times.
there was nothing like Discovery. Discovery was really hit and miss. Star Trek Discovery, that was the first of the modern Star Trek. There are a
Yeah,
few episodes I really liked. I really liked season 2, but again, that was all Captain Pike. So maybe I just like Captain Pike. Picard is just pure shite. I've said it before, but I feel like it needs to be said again. It's okay to have a little bit of nostalgia in your TV shows. It's not okay to make that the basis for 3 seasons. I'm sorry. And bringing
yeah,
the original Enterprise into that last season of it, Picard, was just naked fan service.
yeah. I
But
haven't watched all of it. I've seen like a couple of episodes, and I was like, this isn't great.
no. And it was always the Borg. In all 3 seasons, it was the Borg. And I was like, we've done the Borg. We've done the Borg to death. Star Trek Next Gen brought the Borg in, but Voyager sort of, milked them for all they were worth already. But oh,
Yeah.
there you are. You died again. I'm just about to rescue you.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. That was a really bad run.
Yeah, this was a really annoying mission because I clicked quick play because you get a bonus to XP. But this is the only mission in the game that you get half XP for finishing the level.
Which is
So
sad
it's
because
sad. Yeah,
it sucks.
it's a fun little level, but give us more XP when we're playing at this difficulty level.
Right.
Alrighty then. So, am I the asshole for not babysitting my dad's kids, but babysitting my niece? Ooh, maybe. Let's read
Tell
it.
us why.
My sister and I had a weird relationship growing up, and honestly, when she announced her pregnancy, I thought it would go even down, or it would go worse. But it turned out to be the opposite. We became closer than we ever were, and although I'm not really a kid person, I love my niece like no other child. I do whole weekend babysitting once a month or every second month, while my sister and brother-in-law go to outings or get things done. I view babysitting as a huge favor to the parents, so this is honestly the only person I would ever babysit for. Now it gets complicated. My dad's girlfriend is closer to age to me than him, which honestly disgusts me to begin with. They have 2 children together, a 2-year-old and a baby. There is so much backstory, but my childhood was not the best in many aspects. There was abandonment, physical punishment. There were good times, but the bad times traumatized me to the point where I've been in therapy for years now. So when my dad announced his girlfriend's first pregnancy, I was hurt. I, of course, was polite, but I was not genuinely happy like I was with my sister's pregnancy. When I see them, I am polite to her and the kids, but I do not love them. For me, it's like any other child. I'm nice, but I don't babysit ever. Recently, my dad asked me to watch their kids for an evening so they could go on a date. Mind you, he asked me while his girlfriend was present, which made it more uncomfortable, but I politely declined. She asked me why I treat my siblings, oof, so differently to how I treat my niece and accused me of favoritism. I was honestly flabbergasted by that because I would never even think of treating her the same way as my sister. I told her because you're not my sister, although age-wise you could be, and those kids aren't my responsibility. Babysitting is a gift to the parents, and I decide who I want to give gifts to. My niece brought me so much happiness to my life, while your kids brought me trauma. You and Dad chose to have them, so don't burden me with that choice. She screamed about how I need to start acting like an adult and let her go of the past. I told her I will never give her free childcare and left. My dad later blew up my phone about how his children are my siblings and he wants me to have a bond with them. I don't view them as my siblings. I am old enough to be their aunt. They are literally younger than my niece. We don't share both parents. Our upbringings will not even be similar. I grew up in poverty, was abandoned and abused. They are growing up in abundance. Two loving parents with zero abuse. Of course, that's what they deserve. I would not want them to have the life I had, but I also don't want to be intertwined in that life and have to witness it closely or even help the man who abandoned me be a better father. Am I the asshole for never babysitting my dad's kids, although I do my sister?
Nah.
No. No, you're
Nah.
not.
Her thought process on babysitting is 100% real. Unless you're just like a professional babysitter, au pair, or something. Like, that's something that you do nice for someone that you care about. Because, like, listen, I love children, but I sure as crap don't want to like babysit most people's kids.
Yeah. I mean, you babysit your nieces and nephews, though.
Yeah, I did when they were younger, a lot.
Hmm.
But that's different. Like, I love those kids. Like, they're mine. You know, it is very different.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Oh, yeah. No. I would even go further than saying you're not the asshole, and even suggest low contact or no contact with your father.
Yeah, 100%.
It just sounds like I'm acting like they're going to listen to this. But yeah, no, I wouldn't. That would be my advice. Just be like, yeah. Gabby's like, yeah, I need there to be cash incentive. Like,
Yeah.
if I'm going to babysit your kids, pay me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it for free, and I don't really want to. And yeah, no, it sounds like there's a lot of trauma there. You don't view them as siblings. They're not really siblings. I mean, genetically, they'll be half brothers or sisters, but
Right.
unless you're raised in the same house with the same parents, it's not really the same thing.
No. No, especially I don't know when with the age difference and stuff. I'm sure it is insanely awkward.
That's a really good point from AI Lovecraft. Listen, parents need to realize that their actions affect their children, accept it, own it, and do better. That's
Correct.
good. That's absolutely correct. That's worth highlighting. Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same as a proper brother or sister.
No.
With the age
And
difference and everything, no.
mm-mm. Yeah, I think that that's very different.
Alrighty. What time is it? Oh, I've got time for another few. Okay. Am I the asshole for taking my brother off my insurance after warning him 3 times?
Nope.
Nope. But do we even need to read it?
You're messing with my money, bruh.
Alright.
Go ahead.
Am I the asshole for taking my brother off my insurance after warning him 3 times? My brother has been on my auto policy since he moved back to our city because his own quote was almost triple mine. His, his share was $310 a month, and he was supposed to send it the same day my payment came out. He paid on time for about 5 months. After that, it turned me into texting him on the 3rd and then the 9th, then getting half of it, then getting the rest of it whenever. By April, he owed me $740 in back share. See right there,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I would have cut him off. I
Oh
told
yeah.
him in February that if we fell 2 months behind, I'd take him off at renewal. I told him again in March, and in April, I sent him the actual renewal date and said that this time I'm bringing it up. He said he was good for it and I was being dramatic. Okay. Renewal came. The 740 was still outstanding and I removed him. I texted him the day it was processed so that there'd be no confusion about when the coverage ended. He kept driving, he got pulled over 2 weeks later for a tail light, and he got cited for no insurance. Now it's a court date and suspension he's fighting, and he told our mum I did it behind his back to teach him a lesson. He is very fucking lucky they didn't tow his car with no insurance.
For real.
Because every sovereign citizen slash First Amendment auditor video I've ever seen where they drive without insurance, that's immediately what the cops do. They tow
Yeah.
your car. Mum's position is that I was right, but I should have called instead of texting because he didn't read texts and that I knew about that about him. I do know that about him. I still think 3 warnings is 3 warnings. Okay, so she's essentially admitting she knew he wasn't going to
Mm-hmm.
know that he wasn't insured anymore. That
Mm-hmm.
being said, you're still not the asshole.
Correct. Also, who doesn't read their texts, you know? I can't not.
I don't read text.
If
I
I
read.
have like a little ding or like one of those little numbers next to it, I have to read it. It's a compulsion.
Fucking Gabby and Chris will both tell you in the chat. I am really bad at responding to messages because my phone doesn't have alerts switched off, so I won't see it.
No, I'm talking about on the phone.
Oh, the text phone?
Yeah,
Text?
I might look at my Facebook messages like once a month if you're lucky. I don't really respond to them. You can get a hold of me on Discord, or if you text my phone, you can get a hold of me, but
Yeah, Discord's the best way to get a hold of me.
I read my texts.
Uh,
Like if I texted your phone, I feel like you would read it.
that's a good point. She is for allowing it to happen 3 times. Yeah, that's also a good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, but yeah, the text thing. Like, I'm really bad at that. So that's on him though. She did warn him 3 times, and 3 times is more than enough.
I feel like that's very fair.
Yeah. All right. Am I the asshole for not setting a picture of me and my girlfriend to my phone's background?
No.
My girlfriend has a picture of herself as a background picture on her phone. I told her people usually use their boyfriend slash girlfriend's picture, not their own. Later, she asked me to set up a picture of us on my phone. I said no. I use a plain black background and keep my apps in order and simple. I hate any background. Now she's upset about it. Am I the asshole? No.
No. Why would you bring it up anyway? Like, who cares if she has her name on there? You don't have one at all. But the way that she does it is wrong? Question mark. I don't. I like my background is usually funny because I always have a doctor or someone getting into my phone, so I like to throw them off guard by what my home screen is because it's fun. But yeah, I just feel like why did he bring it up and then go, oh no, I would never. He's not an asshole though.
I mean, he might be an asshole in a relationship, but I don't think he's the asshole in that specific situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would he bring it up and then refuse to do it? That's weird. I didn't
Well,
think about that.
you got your own name on or your own face on your home screen. Like, why would you do that? Isn't that a place for me, your boyfriend? Oh, cool. Well, will you set up? No, I would never.
Yeah, I wouldn't have my own face as a picture on my phone because I'm old and tired looking.
Right.
I want to meet the woman who goes tits out in the home screen photo. Yeah. I think we all would, to be honest.
You know, I would totally do that if I didn't have so many people that get into my damn cell phone on a regular basis.
That might make people stop.
Well, I mean, like, but it's needed, right? Like, if
Yeah.
someone calls me several times, or you know, my phone goes off in the middle of a surgery or whatever, Dr. Smith will just grab my phone and get into my Spotify. So
Well, you could sue him for sexual harassment if your picture was tits out.
I would never. He could hit me for sexual harassment because why are my tits out?
On your phone, it's your
That's
property.
true. That's true. That's true.
Be like, my boss was looking at inappropriate pictures of me.
How rude.
I wish I had that kind of confidence, just to be like completely naked on my home screen photo.
I don't know if I would like tits out. Definitely, I have that kind of confidence.
Well, yeah, but you've got a nice pair of tits.
I know. I'm just
So
saying
do
that,
I. And mine are pretty much bigger than yours, so.
that's a fucking lie.
Definitely hairier.
Yes.
All right. I think we've got time for one more
Sure.
question mark. Am I the asshole? I'm actually rather enjoying this.
I'm glad.
These have been some good, and we're having some good conversations. So we might
Nice.
we might drop the weird news thing and just do this because this is fun.
I like the weird new stuff, but continue. Sorry.
All right. I'll see. I'm going to leave it for a couple of weeks and let it build up again.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for getting angry at my mother-in-law and ignoring her calls after she told everyone about my IVF journey?
No.
Probably not, but we'll read the story and find out.
That's so personal. That's so shitty. Okay, go ahead.
I have been trying to get pregnant for 3 years. We are now in IVF process. It's very hard physically and emotionally, and I feel very vulnerable. My husband is amazing, and a few friends and my parents know all about it. They support me. My in-laws also know. My relationship with my mother-in-law is not great. Usually not. Usually not with the mother and the daughter-in-law. I watched a hilarious TikTok video once about this mother-in-law that threw the daughter-in-law out of the front seat of the car because she had to sit there. I was like, oh man, can you imagine? I'd
That
just
would
be
be
like, all right, you can sit in the front of the car. Me and her are taking an Uber. She often, okay, so my relationship with my mother-in-law is not great. She often has the main character behavior. She wants to be the center of attention all the time. When I had a traumatic birth with my daughter, the first thing she said was, she looks just like me.
Beautiful.
At my baby shower, she made everything about herself. At a family party, she even took out an old photo album to show everyone how much my daughter looks like her, or her daughter, or her aunt, or some distant relative. Her curly hair, apparently, she got that from a grandmother's sister, even though I have a full head of curls myself. Because this IVF journey is so heavy, I want to keep it small. This is my privacy and my process. But recently, she told me she had told all her friends about it because she finds it hard. She doesn't like that people ask her every month if it worked and she has to say no. She has also told
Wow.
other family members. I cried so hard afterwards. The idea that a family party with 80 people might know about my IVF without me choosing to tell them, feels like my privacy is gone. Texted her and said that it was up to me/us to decide who knows and that she crossed a boundary. I told her it gives me extra pressure. Her answer is, sorry if you find it hard. That is nothing to be ashamed of. If
Wow.
she wants to call
No.
me now, but I'm ignoring her calls. I feel betrayed, like she used my IVF story as her own. My husband says he understands me, but that I should let it go because it's a waste of my energy. Am I the asshole? Definitely not.
No. That's such a personal thing. Like when
Yeah.
someone's going, as someone, who had fertility issues and stuff like that, going to the fertility doctor and telling people about it is just sad anyway. And you have women who just, they just don't get it. And they're giving you all these little tips and tricks as if you haven't tried everything a million times. And then, like, every time you go in, you're dropping 25 grand and you only get like a 25% chance of, you know, actually having a baby. And every time you're not pregnant, it feels like the biggest failure. So now that you have possibly a bunch of people that now know and are going to ask you, that's just, pouring salt into a really like a gaping open wound or battery acid into it.
I I just like the mother just sounds like a bitch.
Yeah.
Just to be real.
Like just tone deaf.
Tone deaf, just like just wants the attention. Just gonna
Hmm.
tell everyone everything because it will make them pay attention to her.
Yeah.
And I just, it's not nice being in that situation.
Mm-mm.
And it's worse when you have to be forced into that situation. That
Yeah.
whole idea of everyone knowing your business before you've had a chance to tell them is just horrible. My
Right.
list is just driving me crazy.
You're doing fine.
It's driving me crazy. Every time I talk, I can hear it. It's horrible.
I don't hear it, so you're good.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's
And
what I'm here.
for those who don't know, I am going through the process of having my teeth fixed at the moment, and I currently have only 3 teeth in my entire head, and they're being removed on Wednesday. A week on Wednesday.
Isn't it fun getting old?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. I love it. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. The other day, I pulled a muscle opening a door. I shit you not.
I believe it.
I was like, ooh, I just need to open this door. Oh,
Why?
exactly. Why? I just needed to open a door.
Yeah, I yell out why pretty often, like at work and stuff, because there's a lot of bending and lifting and all that stuff, and I'll just pull something and be like, I'm too old. And the noises I make now, like
Yeah.
getting up.
My elbow is crunchy. Like,
Yeah.
if I move it, because I broke it or something 4 years ago, it makes weird noises when I stretch it. I mean, it didn't swell up like it was broken. I got like the most wicked bruise I've ever gotten in my entire life.
You might have messed something up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very well coulda. Yeah, I my back, like if I stretch, my back will just crunch. Then again,
Uh,
just crunch in general.
I can take some solace from the fact that no matter how old I get, you'll always be older. But
Yeah. But not much older.
run, run! Avoid the demon host! Sorry. I was just watching the gameplay footage. We definitely avoided that, though.
Barely. I almost shot it. I was going after a guy really close by to it and was like, oh shit.
Well, you can't see the bloody things until they sit up and start glowing green.
Yep, and then you're screwed.
Oh, this is the one with the million dogs every 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was intense.
If you ask me how afterwards, I still couldn't tell you how we managed to pull this mission off. But this is the one where we didn't have any healing items either.
Yeah, but we freaking made it.
We did. I don't feel like we were carried. I think this was a joint effort. Because I had to pick everyone up at least once. And I got picked up a couple of times.
Yeah,
I know.
I got picked up a lot.
I appreciate people in the chat telling me they can't hear it. I can hear it, is the point. It's driving me banana sandwich. But I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And I whistled this morning when I said something. You know, like the gopher from Winnie the Pooh.
The beaver? No, he was a gopher. Yeah, he was a gopher. Well, did you laugh at yourself?
I did.
You're like, yes, this is the way it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Now, I haven't whistled on the show, but I whistled this morning. I was talking to my brother, and I was just like, the gopher speak.
Did your brother take the piss out of you for
Oh,
it?
God, yeah, mercilessly.
Good. Good for him.
Well, yeah, I mean, you gotta. I'd have taken the piss out of him.
Yeah, I would have too. I mean, well, I wouldn't have made fun of you. Cause that's just mean.
Yeah, you never make fun of me.
I make fun of you all the time, but I wouldn't make fun of you over something that you're, insecure about.
You really should.
I would never.
Just to punish me for being a dumbass.
I mean, I could, but I won't.
That's a good line, Gabby. I'm going to save that. All right, so yeah, I think we'll do the Reddit threads next week. See if there's any other interesting ones apart from "Am I the Asshole?"
There's Nuclear Revenge. Super fun. I think you'll appreciate it.
Nuclear Revenge sounds good.
Yeah, that's people getting revenge in really shitty ways. Usually those people are assholes, but it's cathartic hearing about it.
Is it a really petty revenge thing as well? Like,
yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's petty revenge.
Is it because somebody didn't say "God bless you" when they sneezed or something?
Sometimes I feel like they were justified in what they did, and I feel like it fit the crime. But sometimes it's it's over stupid crap. But I do. Most of them are because the person deserved it.
Should definitely check that out then. All right, so yeah,
you'll appreciate them.
Next week we'll be doing Reddit stories again, and probably some more gameplay footage where me and Nikki should finally get our tech priest to level 30.
Yeah,
and so be done with this class.
Yes, done with this class so much. I'm ready for it to be over.
The next one better be a tank. That we've had 2 glass cannons in a row, and I just want something meaty next time. Sounds a bit
That's
gross.
what she
Oh,
said.
yes. Gabby sent me a song, the song that proves that white toes are for the hose.
There's a song that proves my point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I pointed that out that I was very wrong and she didn't have to rub it in. But it's called it's by Skilla Baby and it's called Bay.
Okay, I know that. Okay. I know Skilla Baby.
And it does state that white toes are for the hose. So again, I was very wrong.
Listen, don't question me about my vernacular when it comes to, stuff like that. I live in Memphis.
And your ghetto speak have an ass.
Yes. You do that really well, by the way. You fit right on in.
Great. That'd be nice. I don't really fit in Carlisle.
Do you not?
No.
Why not?
They don't really speak English up here. It's like northern gibberish. Not exactly Scottish, but
You don't like it?
we didn't really meet anyone when you were here to listen to it in all its glory.
Mm-mm.
Next
Well, I
time you
mean,
come-
I did meet. Listen, so your mother had me meet a lot of people.
Oh yeah, that's true. You did get.
I talked to a lot of people.
You were super done that day.
Dude, I was not feeling good. It was, yeah. I was like, I was so finished talking to people. I was like, just like in America, no one knows what I do here.
Yeah, you'd think they would, considering they were medical professionals.
You guys have like a different group of people and a whole different training than what we do for that. Like, because a lot of them seem to think that I should be like a CRNA, which is like a certified or a registered nurse anesthetist, which I am not. I wish I was, because I'd be making about $250 an hour. Those girls walk away with, like, I say girls because most of ours are girls. They walk away with about $2,000 a day.
God damn, for just injecting someone and saying, "I'll see you in a few hours."
Yeah. Yep. They get paid big money.
Big old money. All right. Well, that will wrap us up for this week. We will return next week. Despite the hopes of many, it's definitely good night from me, and it's good night from her. Good night, everyone.